sleep. You just doze off for a minute.
It doesn't matter if I'm awake or asleep, though.
Oh, it does.
That's how, for me,
Right.
that's how bad my writing is.
Right.
I'm rolling with you on the sleep part, but my writing's not good at all anyway.
Right.
And so it don't help when I'm sitting up here. So now what I do now, if I think of it, I try to put it in my phone.
Oh.
And then so if I put it in my phone, I got a way better chance of understanding what I wrote. But the problem is turning my phone on is not good because when I turn my phone on and I start going, oh, hey, what's on this? Let me check that.
Yeah.
Then I get distracted. Then I see, then I got a text. Oh, who's that? Do I want to respond? Yeah, let me go and respond. Then I wake up and then we got problems. So I don't want to. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't want to do that either. So
But yeah.
uh,
But yeah, I think all, like you said, have a gift, but it's figuring out what that gift is
yeah.
Exactly.
and using it.
What do you think your gift is?
I have actually several of those gifts, but my main one is as a giver.
Okay.
Yes, I agree with that. Because there are things I looked at her and I've known her strong things, but it never occurred to me until the last maybe 10 years or so that that's her gift, the giving, the nurturing, the whatever. She'd
So
always
Christmas time excites you
Oh yes. Oh yes.
more than you ever know.
More than getting things, I
Yeah.
love giving things.
I just learned that from a young lady at work probably a year ago. And she didn't have the most money. And my thought is, my little peanut brain, when she's telling me, oh, yeah, we're broke, but I really want to do this for my husband. I want to do this for my kids. I want to do this. I got this. I'm saving this. I got this back. And I'm like, I just said you were broke. You know, in my mind, broke equal no gift. Broke, like broke. Oh, okay, I'm broke. All right, well, you ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing. You definitely ain't getting nothing. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying. I'm rolling my head like, okay, her mind was, well, I think when I get this check, I'm gonna buy this, and I'm gonna get this. I'm like, and she was just so excited about wanting to give. That's where I see you.
Yeah.
And uh, I guess I like the getting part. I'm a getter. I like to get. You got some questions? I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
That's good to remember.
Hey, but I also, when I see, like Brother Ron said, a fill in. I think I see a part of that in me too. If I see somebody in need, it I I don't stop until I try to figure out a way to help them. And I don't know, and I'll pray about it now first. I didn't before. I'll pray, God, give me a way to see if I can help that person. If I hear about somebody that's a need, God, okay, can you help me figure out a way to get this person, or has something been happening that they've been taken care of? So for me, I'm a part of that. Part of that, I'm a people pleaser, so that conflicts some of that part. Because people pleasers are not necessarily you don't necessarily want to fall in that category all the time because you're kind of getting wavered back and forth, and you kind of this is from therapy, y'all. Find this out. Therapy. I've done 19 years of therapy. When you find out about yourself, like, that's me. Oh, gosh. Man, I don't like that part of me. We're gonna change that part up. So I think that understanding your gift, and when you're confident and you roll in it, that's being authentic. So my prayer 2 years ago was to be authentic, and through that, even a lot of the therapy that I had done for the work of me came out through the authenticity, and so I don't have to worry about being a people pleaser now. Now I just stand on business, as they say. Uh, that's not gonna work for me. No, I'm sorry. No is a whole complete sentence, brother Ryan. I don't need to explain to you why I don't need to do it.
Just no.
They just know. One of the things that troubled me for a long time at work. I work at Menard. Everybody knows it. Oh, Brother Johnson. Oh, man, I need to get this countertop. So, uh, man, I need to get your discount.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nope.
And I was paying over, Brother Ron.
I understand.
I was paying over. Oh, I say no, man, I want to be saying, no, like, man, I can't do that right now. Oh, let me know because I want to get this countertop. Then I want to get this trim and all that other stuff. No, no, player.
No.
No, can't do it. Can't do it. And the real reason behind us doing it, or not me not doing it, is because they take the um, the discount out of my check,
Mm.
and they take
Oh,
the actual purchase out of my check. So you said you come in, you want some trim, the trim's $300 some dollars or whatever.
no.
That whole $300 comes out of my check, plus it's been discounted, and that's we might pay back,
Mm-mm.
and we might not pay back,
Mm.
but that's not even relevant to me anymore.
Nope.
I don't even care. So
Nope.
I see the look at you got on your face.
Do you inform the person?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
Do you inform that they'll hey, I be right out the bed first thing I'm like this man that cost me money. No.
yeah,
No,
yes,
that
And-
my check,
and
not your check.
and they audited it. So
Oh,
I
so
found
from your house. Yeah.
well they have a thing where like so we have to put our numbers in, right?
Right.
And so they run a register of everything that we bought for the year, and depending on what position that you're in,
Ooh.
they look at well,
how many countertops?
How many
Thank
countertops you need?
yeah, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
And people come back and have gotten fired over that same thing because you're abusing the right that you have at that position. So now Noah's a complete sinner, and so I don't even fret with it no more. I don't even stress out on it like I used to. But Elder, what do you think your gift is?
It is administration.
Okay.
CO. Administration.
I am
We're not gonna be in here. Don't worry about it.
gifted for,
Uh,
I'm a natural nurturer. Which is, gifted me for ministry.
Okay.
And so I'm a natural nurturer, person from passion,
Mhm.
blah, blah, blah.
You can feel that. I can feel that from you though.
So my background was in social work, so it
Mhm.
made was perfect for social work,
Okay.
and I specifically worked with disadvantaged and troubled families and troubled children for 25 years,
Mhm.
and in foster care and adoption.
Mhm.
So what I find is that long before we identify our gifts specifically, we usually can trace it back and find that you've been working in your area of giftedness because that's where you find your fulfillment.
Fulfill. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I found my sweet spot when
Yeah.
I landed in social work. There's a sweet spot
Right.
for me. Same with ministry, a sweet spot
Right.
for me. Now, I mean, and I was so high for administration. I think a good administrator, but I don't like administration.
Mm.
That's not my first love.
Right. And you have a natural. You're natural with that. I mean, some people are just not natural. Like I'm not a natural, compassionate person, but I've learned through the years to be compassionate. And so, because I've been brainwashed by the media and everybody else. If you don't, the Bible says you don't work, you'll eat. So I mean, there's, I'm like, work, get up, do something. But that statement ain't, it don't just fold over for everybody. Everybody that I've learned through my little time of being here that it just don't roll out like that. But I also seeing people who are disabled, who can't walk. There's a guy who by the name of Anthony Robles. You can look him up. He used to be the wrestler for Arizona State, and he actually wanted to wrestle at Iowa. University of Iowa was like the king of wrestling. They were on top of the world. The only thing about it was he only had one leg, and so that was one of the movies I wanted to show. But yeah, they got some suspect stuff in there, so I ain't want to do that here. But you see stuff like that. You're like, this cat got one leg, state champion multiple times, got denied by the school that he wanted to go to. He beat the guy who got the scholarship to Iowa. And so he ended up having to walk on at Arizona State. They saw him with a crutch and a one leg. They're like, "What are you gonna do?" Well, they train in the mountains. There are rocks all in the mountains. They run up mountains. He's hopping up the mountain. with crutches. I'm telling you, it is the most amazing story you ever want to watch. And he did it.
Mhm.
Guess what? He ended up being a multiple state champion. He the first couple of times he made it to the championship, he lost. And then he finally, of course, he won in the end. And I'm like thinking to myself, that would be considered now as handicap. But this guy took a handicap situation and he actually did over and above. So when I say why can't if he can do it, why can't you do it? You know, you're missing a finger and talking about you can't do nothing. You know, so but I think that the lesson was very very important as far as us realizing our gifts, walking in our gifts, and we're all stronger together.
Mhm.
You know, and I think the biggest part, even here, as I grieve, man, I tell you what, funerals do a number to me. I mean, they really do a number to me. I know, and that may be another place where I'm having to grow. I used to not be able to even come to a funeral. Now I can come here. I'm praying the whole time I'm here. I'm usually sitting all the way up in the corner up there, just praying for the family and whatnot. I mean, you see it all the time because you work with a funeral home. But as people are checking out of this place, man, it's just it 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 humbles me for one, but it also lets me know that I got another chance. And so I think that how do you see it, Brother Jimmy?
See, it's just a way of life. Everybody realize they see it on TV every day.
Mm,
They know we got to go down this path,
mm,
but until it hit home and hit
Mhm.
close,
Yeah.
it's just another day, another
right.
person to them until it
Yeah.
is closed, and it just allows me to see. I call the children I've been to. Everybody not in the same situation financially, mentally,
Mm,
otherwise, and so and that's very humbling in itself, and it just to me it just it keep I'm a grounded person anyway,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know.
Well, you're
And
Mississippi.
ain't
You're
no
Mississippi.
saying nothing
We
that
Mississippi boys.
I work hard for everything I got, but
Right.
it keeps me humble,
And along with what he's saying, though, um, I used to work at funeral home too, and
Oh, that's right.
yeah, and seeing how people die, you know, whether it's sudden
right?
or in their sleep
Yeah.
or just and you I think to my were they ready,
Mhm.
you know, or did they get that last chance to talk to God and say, hey,
And they were shot, just like this person on there,
right,
not too far from you,
uh,
all over Harvard Highway.
yeah,
Wow.
in that house, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, did it, hopefully they had their mind and their life right,
Yeah.
you know, because where they talk about hell, I want no parts of that. I don't want no parts of that.
Well, I tell you, my whole perspective around death and dying, part of what I had to do to graduate work, I had to do my field training
Think of something she said.
in the emergency room at a hospital as chaplain.
Mhm.
So I had an opportunity to see death at many levels.
Mm,
And the most difficult was when babies die. Yeah. You so wow, they never had a chance, never had an opportunity. Or in one instance, there was a young girl whose baby died not because she did anything wrong. She did exactly what she was instructed to do on the phone by the doctors. But what she did not recognize, the baby's the nails started turning blue under the nails. New young mom,
right.
she and her father, they didn't know. They were told to bring the baby in the next morning. So when the mother stopped by, she noticed that she said, "Let's get out of here." Well, they got to the ER, but it was too late.
Wow.
And so the guilt that she felt, and this young couple, I just felt so bad for them
Right.
that they lost their child over something that was preventable, but it was not their
The phone.
fault.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so you see all kinds. You see the bullet wounds, but the first time I was invited, there was a patient who had been there for some time,
Mhm.
And I would go in to see, it got so I would go see her first before I make all my other rounds. Because even though she was in ICU, she was so encouraging. She was so upbeat until I started my shift with her. And so I got an invitation one day from her to be there when they pulled the plug to watch her take her last breath. And that was first time in my life. That was so hard. I said, oh my God. So you want me to stand here and watch you die? And she wanted to wait until her grandson got there. And it took him maybe about 30, 40 minutes to get there. And I said, Lord, what do I do with this? I said, well, let me just do the only thing I know to do. And I think it was really trying to help me with my nervousness with the situation. So I just started singing hymns and praying. As what's your favorite song? And I invited the fellow to one. Man, I'm breaking down inside hearing that, man. I'm tearing. I'm not tearing up outside, but I'm tearing up inside. And when that grandson walked in the room, though, and she told them, she said, I'm ready. And they pulled that plug, and she just let it go. And she was gone. And I never forget that day. And I just fell against the wall. Once I got out there, I had to do what, for the family, you do what you got to do. But when I got down that hallway away from them, I just fell into the wall. It was. And then you see, you can actually, it's people that you don't have to be family. People you get to know them, and they grow in your heart as you journey with them through these situations and predicaments. And so then it becomes different when they pass. I think that kind of tallies up the whole lesson as far as like everyone has a story that's able to edify the body. And that's helped me more than you ever know. I mean, just understanding what you've gone through, what you've added, what you said, it fuels me for the day, for the week, for the month. And I honestly I honor you for sharing it. I honor you for sharing.
Right. Let me say this before you get started. One thing I did recognize, and I see families go through when their loved one died. But some of them loved one died. Some of them is in a better place than the other because they I don't know how their relationship was with that individual, but some want to say they peace when the person cannot hear them.
Right.
They've been apart, they love one brother, each other, you know. And I see a lot of that. A lot of people didn't go well because they have showed that love. Right? They let them know how they feel. Right. And a lot of them have they get distant for whatever reason. Then they seem like they got a lot of guilt on them. I see a lot of that. They just break down. I said, so why I'm here, I'm letting people know that you done that. Right. I feel about it. I'm gonna try to do good things. Let's try to walk a good walk.
Yeah, I've seen that happen in my wife's family.
Okay.
It was her aunt, and we were there on a Sunday morning with my wife, myself, her aunt, and my two boys, and this aunt, which would be her grandchildren, two little girls.
Okay.
So we're in her mom and dad's house, and the one daughter with the two kids said something harsh to her mom. Now we're in Southern Illinois, and the mom of the two girls live up here in North Chicago.
Okay.
They had gotten an argument.
Wow.
So grandma took the kids to Southern Illinois with our grandkids because they're the same. Anyway, the last word she ever said was "lift your feet up." I was reading a Bible track in my wife's mom's kitchen.
Okay.
And she said, "Lift your feet up."
Okay.
And she swept under my feet, had a heart attack right there, and just died. And for the life of me, my wife didn't tell me this, but her name was Joe. But Aunt Joe and her daughter, one of her daughters had fell out and they hadn't spoken. And not to be able to speak to your, I wouldn't, that would bother me,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
knowing that me and
Oh
my
yeah.
mom, or whoever,
Right.
had some sort of disagreement. You can't, hey, I'm sorry, it ain't that big, let's move forward,
Yeah.
type of thing. So that's what, that's, I think, what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And then the other thing for, with the children, young children dying, I think that they're in a better place than we are. And
Yeah.
because God,
They never had to.
they've never had to say no, yes, or listen to somebody give them.
That's true.
So,
Yep, that's
I mean, I think he pulled them up as angels.
Oh,
That's
yes.
just me.
Oh, yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, that walked past the reef back there.
Mhm.
And, you know, something welled up in
Oh sure.
you. When I got the news that, Courtney had passed, uh, I sat on the side of my bed.
Mm.
Tears just started
Mm.
coming down. Because quiet as he is,
Oh,
Yeah.
it was my he encouraged.
Oh yeah.
He was always encouraging me to go ahead and get this hip replaced.
Mm.
Encouraging me, to know that hey, it's gonna be better.
Yep.
And he would ask me, how I'm doing. I remember, it's funny how you're flooded with memories
Yeah.
when someone passes. I remember when I first came here to Pastor one night, it was almost midnight,
Mm.
and the heat went out
Okay.
at the parsonage.
Okay.
And Courtney got out of his bed
Mm.
and came over. He couldn't do anything about it that night,
Right.
but he brought space heaters out
Mhm.
and made sure I was comfortable. And then he came back. I mean,
Right.
you think about the, and, in relationships, that's what I said about church life.
Yeah.
It's every time, someone makes their transition,
Right.
you are flooded with memories because whether we realize it or not, we've developed these relationships.
Oh, absolutely.
And this is family.
Right.
So when one of us goes, it's like lost another member of my family.
Right.
And I would say only the part that I think I grieve the most about is the fact that not only are they gone, there's no one else to replace them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so as we get smaller,
Smaller. Yeah.
and it weighs heavier on me. So you think about that movie that we watched, The Ford, and the gentleman had the sword out
Mhm.
and he was struggling.
Right.
But then somebody else came along with him and held it up.
Kept him on.
And that's how I see
Yeah.
our church as far as somebody else stepping away from the sword
Yeah.
and it getting heavier and the person who's required to do more
Yeah.
and they can't because now they're getting older
Older.
or they're getting burnt out. People don't think about the fact that when you're doing a lot, I mean,
Eventually it catches up.
I had to make that decision a couple of years ago that like this week I wasn't going to be here, and I'm like I have to pick and choose my spots. But when I have to step away, I've worked 6 days this week, and I'm just like, oh God, I gotta help me know when I need to step back. And so I've been stepping back, and you won't see me, and it's not because Brother Johnson ain't teaching this week, he ain't gonna be here. No, they ain't gonna do that. It's just I want to step back so I can get an extra hour of sleep, so I can just be lazy, so I can maybe start my lesson for next week. And so I think that renew, but I also think that we are all charged to go and sow into others.
Mm.
And so don't forget that part because we working together makes us better. My title for the lesson. And so we have to have together. We have to have people to be together to work together. If it's just us, just me, myself, and I, then it's going to be a heavy, hard road. So on that, again, this movie, I hope that this will be a two-parter. I hope you get some out of it that I felt like was really good. Most people haven't seen it, which I thought was even better. It's called Something the Lord Made. Something the Lord Made. So here we go. Very good. You're very good discussion. I think that was enough for me to go home now, honestly. It gets too loud.
So nice one. Thank you, Mr. Willis. Because you're right. Yeah. You know, when all the construction trucks coming back, you got to be able to make something. So, thank you, sir. Oh, it's fine. I can wait a minute. I'm sorry. All the others have families to feed. But you do good work. I like that. Okay. Anyways, you know that.
That's right.
Well, trying to get me. It's thank you very much. Good night, too. Tell me what? I think it's fun. The doctor wanted our company.
You saw that, didn't you?
Yeah. Know. All right, then. Yeah. So, yes, my mother was so sure she would have to she everything, but these weeks, so. Tell me, doctor, when Francis, you can tell this, the doctors and experience are extremely interesting and I'll be paying for it.
Yes, sir.
It's patients after the paying for. Keep up, so. When my work is done, what is the work? That's research. Hospital surgery isn't straight off, different off from dog patch. If they've done it, but don't get too attached. There are means to a great end. The dog get cleaned up twice a day. You need the lab swept every morning, simple tasks so they prove beyond the ability of your predecessors. Now,
So what you get? You got. Mr. God. It's not a hospital, right?
yeah, yeah.
I'm so glad. Everyone can see how smart you are.
How smart you have to be to shut up. Yeah, I work for you. Same kind of century, but he's the doctor, yeah.
That's right, he is a doctor. Just keep your eyes open. You can get there.
He just like played it out.
Yeah.
Oh, sir. You are calling.
Yeah, it's lit. Got my diploma. Planning on going to Tennessee State next year to study medicine, be a doctor.
Unusual ambition. Still calling.
I always wanted to be one since I was a kid. I almost saved up enough money for college and then slow down here.
Goes back to like Neil gas manometers over here. So you can handle it some.
Yeah, since I was 12.
Yeah.
Well, the cutting lines, my father would measure all the numbers, sir.
Call me doctor. So your dad is a carpenter. She think you're ambition.
Oh, he's always known I had my mind set on it.
What that's what they call
Landslide, gas manometers, sir. Doctor.
it. R&D. And go ahead and put down the institution, but I'm gonna put it on the medical map. I'm working on traumatic stuff. Damn thing kills thousands of people every year. Doctors, what the hell we do? Let me see those hands. Uh,
You didn't expect all that. He didn't expect all that. He's like, wait a minute.
My grandfather did. Anything to do with me, don't have no strength. Said, do you know what my grandfather did? Yes. He picked him up in Mississippi. You told me 100 times. My grandfather was a piece of crap. No better than that chair table over there. His son became a free man at the age of 15. He raised me with hardly an elementary school education. Now I see my son graduate college and go on to teach school. So don't tell me things don't get better over time. Things don't just get better. People got to change things, huh? Make them better. If I don't do something now, I'll be a deaf man before I get paid like white teachers do. Yeah, you know I'm right.
All right, what you told me? That really did.
and that's the God's greatest question we have to calculate for right.
He weighs 18.4 kilograms. Should take 552 milligrams of sodium barbitol. That's the size of the opposite. The exhaustion rate is uniform. Practice on dogs and then on. But look inside. You see it on the cut. Things, those, ready? It's beautiful, man. It's not like so. Okay. Okay, sir. What's going on? The bank is closed. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. No. Hello. Hello. But I have my money in there. I need to get my money out. I can't get your money back, Cody. Why not? Tell me why not. Come on home, son. Bank it straight. Come on, say what? I was going to store today. Look, I got my money out. Money. No. No. What are they talking about? They're talking about it's gone. Well, we just have to see. Can't fight it now, it's done. It's so long. Oh, well, we just have to stop it. Can't fight it now, it's done. It's so long. Took me 7 years to save that money. And not the only money, you had money in that. It's not, it's somewhere. So that is it. Yeah, we got each other. Poor people ever have this job. Like, figured out a way to get involved with all inconvenience now. Where you go? Well, oh, yeah. Okay, that's pretty. I bet you that. I'll say everybody you're ready. I'm not gonna lie. You cut along there. It's not a little bit. Back in that decision, yeah. To gain access to the how you find it, stay already leading to the officer right side of the hall. One, shop city. Second law. But he's one. Oh, run for you do. I thought his son's almost nine years. I use present national said I'm considering the best of some to get let's Denise blood. Let's give it some. You know, sure. That's kind of. Smoke drugs. What is a smoke drug? That's a smoke drug. What the fuck is wrong with you? Article and all the information I need for my research on a smoke drug. Not know that. Yes. Hey, listen. I'm hoping they will go down the road and I start. Do you have sauce or just not here? All right. You think you're gonna find get out of here? Well, I lost my paper. No, it takes assistance lots to learn what you think. So then I'm crazy. It won't happen again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I mentioned to General Cunningham the other day how proud we were that Al had chosen us over all the medical schools in the country. John, why don't you tell everyone what you said? You bet you, Walter. We just got back from a month at the front. There were thousands of our boys in field hospitals all over North Africa and Italy who owe their lives to Dr. Blaylock's work in the treatment of shock. I want everyone here to know how grateful we are to him, how proud you all should be. General, it's great to have you here. But truth be told, it's Mary we really want. You chairman of the Department of Surgery, my dear friend, Dr. Alfred Blaylock. Mary and I welcome you all. Right on. Since you are dear children, sadly, thank you, Johns Hopkins, for my prodigal return after 15 years of the Tennessee backwoods. Find myself back here. Still country. Let's search and stand country. I'm on. Speaks timely reference. We'll storm the beaches together, shoulder to shoulder, lay siege to the mysteries of medicine. We'll make the kind of progress Hopkins used to, for I know we will accomplish great things. I'm gonna do 5 minutes. What that discovery of the medicine of biology. It's not enough for us to be researchers. We need to be outstanding researchers. And then ideas and innovate.
What about skin grafts? Testing what skin groups might take?
Skin in
Excuse me, Dr. Blaylock, may I suggest something?
Please do, I'm very suggestible. Tell me my name.
I run Harriet Lane.
Yes. Dr. Lama, Dr. Calvin, Dr. Fairley. I've read about your.
A congenitally malformed heart.
Not for women in their hearts. Yeah. Would you get Dr. Kelsey to drink more would you like?
Oh, champagne, you love.
Yeah, that's lubricant vein inspiration. That's good. Tell us more.
Well, it's something that up to now has been written off as untreatable, and I don't believe it has to be. I'm speaking of tetralogy of below.
Feedback.
These children, the hearts are failing. They're suffocating due to a blockage in the main artery to the lung.
Oh, that's just.
The mortality rate is 100%. I've watched hundreds of cyanotic children die. I'm here to baby tonight who will certainly die simply because no one has had the courage to attempt a surgical solution.
Probably with good reason. To put it mild. No, you can't operate on the heart. That's very. We don't have clinical proof that
That's my point exactly.
it's possible for us to do on it. You have to stop the heart to perform a complicated correction in less than 3 minutes. By that time, they're dead. Children are doomed.
There must be a way to get more blood to the lungs, and I doubt we could defect the heart walls without causing a trickle circulation. No, but maybe there's a way to avoid interfering with the greater circulation if they focus on pulmonary artery.
Oh, my God's heard off you. Okay. What's you? So I made upstairs and bursted the bullets. What do you fix the family? Give himself howling his head off when the girls are trying to sleep?
You know good.
Bring that in, Nashville. I want to go home with. Yeah, you said we didn't like it, remember? Yeah. Things in Nashville, nice home, a good neighborhood, the schools are fine. You're living in this, well, we're gonna make it on that paycheck he's talking about. He got you serving drinks to his pocket. This man can't see that.
I started at Vanderbilt House in Chandler. So I could contribute. They offered me that big job in Detroit. Because they didn't pick me. Assistant to a top surgeon at the number one medical school in the country. And it's a good position.
What about you going to medical school?
You don't have to remind me of that time. We have a family now. Sorry,
He doesn't really got a house for it, does he?
Right, you know it, Matt.
See that man? That's Johns Hopkins himself. Slim Oza, father of modern American medicine. William Ulster, head of mass section. Let me show you some of them.
Excuse me. All of this looks like a variance.
He's with me.
It doesn't make any difference.
You know who I am? No, sir. Dr. Blake, chief surgical professor. I'm sorry, Dr. Blake, that's the rules. I'll meet you in the lab, so then.
You need to punch in first.
I will be.
Last something.
Someone say that, so that's what they are. Reach in. That's other than that someday that I was trying to sit there.
Well, what do you think I can find someone to help us clean up the lab?
Who do you think you're talking to?
I'm not sure. I'm Daniel Thomas. I work for the Dr. Blake lab.
Dr. Edgar B. Heckler, director of laboratories. Would like some coffee and donuts.
Doctor, doctor. He must be.
We'll see you on this.
After that, I'll maybe.
What? Sorry, that's the speaker.
I'm gonna go and set it down there. It's about 10 o'clock. I hope you enjoyed the movie so far. It's one of those things where you see subtle things that are mountains
Still
for
happening.
me. And the one was when you walk by white people, you cannot.
You step off.
Yeah.
You gotta step out of the way and let them walk through. Another thing, you cannot look at them eye to eye. So the subtle things are the things that I picked up. But hopefully this is stuff that you.
That's what I picked up is that he did not let it turn him on.
Yeah.
He was determined to move
Forward.
forward. But there were limits.
Yes.
Because he said, look, my dignity, my manhood.
Right.
I was not raised to allow people to talk to me.
Right.
So I can walk away now.
Right.
But, he was willing to pay and take.
Right.
Because that was part of
The journey.
the journey, part of the culture at that time.
True. And he not only got it at work, he got it at home. I hope y'all pick that up too. It's as a man, even now, at work and at home, home should be like the place where you go to get refueled and whatever else. And a lot of times it's not. You're battling from both sides. So I think we're at a good place right there in the movie. Hopefully you come back next week and we can finish it up. If not, it'll be a three-part. But I do like the fact that we started out with the Sunday school lesson. Very good engagement in that. So thank you for coming. You could have been anywhere.